Hello students, welcome back. So today in this session we will start with the another phylum, that is phylum Hemichordata. What is the phylum? Hemichordata. In the previously what we have covered about all these phylum from Porifera up to the Echinodermata. And in the previous session already we have done about the Echinodermata. Right? So today we will start with the Hemichordata. Now the first thing is that the name, that is Hemichordata. It combines with two words, that is hemi and chordata. Hemi means half and chordata means notochord. Okay. So here what we will say that this notochord is somehow present. It was assumed earlier that that's why we kept this Hemichordata or these animals under which phylum? Under the phylum Chordata. Okay, पहले हमने इस phylum को किसके अंडर रखा था? Phylum Chordata, and we assumed that it is just like notochord. But later on, they came to know that this is not a proper notochord. This is what? This is stomochord. Okay, instead of notochord it is stomochord. Then again what they have done, they taken out this phylum and give another phylum that is known as Hemichordata. पहले हमने chordata के अंदर रखा था, लेकिन इसके कैरेक्टर यानी कि नोटोकॉर्ड प्रेजेंट नहीं थी, तो हमने क्या कर दिया, इसको एक अलग फाइलम बना दिया. उस फाइलम को हमने क्या कह दिया? Hemichordata. And here the chordata is half, means somehow it will resemble with the chordates, right? So first thing about this Hemichordata, what is it? It is a connecting link between non-chordates and chordates. Now what is the meaning of non-chordates? See, whenever you have started from the Porifera, Porifera कैसे थे? Lower organisms. जैसे जैसे evolution हुआ, it transformed into the higher animals. Then Coelenterata, like this we got the Echinodermata. So all they are what? They comes under which one? They comes under the non-chordates. They comes under the non-chordates. क्यों? क्योंकि इनके पास कोई भी नोटोकॉर्ड प्रेजेंट नहीं है. और ऐसे और एनिमल्स जिनके पास नोटोकॉर्ड नहीं होती है उनको हम क्या कहते हैं? Non-chordates. That much is clear. And another one is that is chordata. 11th phylum is chordata. From here you can see that notochord is forming. Okay, so here in some of them notochord is present, and in some of them that notochord will transformed into the vertebral column, as in our case. हमारे केस में भी क्या है? notochord किस में ट्रांसफॉर्म हो चुकी है? vertebral column में, right? So here हमने जितने भी phylum अभी तक पढ़े, all these comes under non-chordates. Why? Because they are not having any notochord. और Hemichordata में भी एक अच्छी यानी कि true, we cannot say that there is a true notochord. That's why we have kept it under the non-chordates. Okay, and they are having half or somehow notochord like structure but not proper notochord. So now we can say that it is a connecting link between non-chordates and chordates. एक कैसी link है? Non-chordates और chordates के बीच में एक link है. If you see this Hemichordata, what is it? इससे ऊपर हमने जो फाइलम पढ़े वो कैसे थे? All they were the notochords, okay, and this they were the non-chordates, and 11th one is the chordate. तो ये बीच का कुछ ऐसा फाइलम है जो कुछ कैरेक्टर किससे रिजेंबल करेंगे? With the non-chordates as well as with the chordates. So we can say that it is a connecting link between non-chordates and the chordates, right? So here another thing which we have to discuss, general features. Whenever we have done all these phylums from Porifera up to the Echinodermata, we talked about the general features. And what was the general features? That what is the level of organization. So if you will compare all these characteristics of Hemichordata, I haven't written any that type of characteristics. Already we have done these characteristics in all 9 phylum. So what are the first one? That is the level of organization. In the first one we have done cell level, then here Coelenterata and Ctenophora, tissue level, then organ, then here organ level system of organization. तो अब हमारे पास 9th में हमारे पास कैसा level of organization था? organ system level of organization. So it means that in hemichordata also it is having organ system level of organization. Clear? Now another character, general characters, that is symmetry. So what type of symmetry is present? Porifera में आपने पढ़ी थी asymmetrical, then like this radial symmetry, and as we are moving from platyhelminthes we are getting the bilateral symmetry. Some exceptions are there in between, but mostly what we are considering that they are having bilateral symmetry. So again, if we'll talk about this hemichordata, okay, this is one of the example of hemichordata. So what type of symmetry you can see here? Bilateral symmetry. So here also the symmetry will be same. Now the third features, what we have done, we talked about the germinal layer. So what is germinal layer? Having 3 layers, and if you will start from the porifera, no proper space, and then coelenterata, then ctenophora. As we are moving towards the higher animals, what we are getting? We are getting triploblastic germinal layer. And if we talk about the lower one, we are having what type of germinal layer? Diploblastic. So it means that the hemichordata also having the 3 layers, 3 germinal layers, that is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm, and that's why it is also triploblastic. Okay. Now another thing is coelom. What type of coelom? It means body cavity. If you will talk about the body cavity, already we have done and we have reached up to the echinodermata that they are having coelomate, or we have done eucoelomate. It means that they are having true coelomate. And in true coelomate, again we have classified into 2, schizocoelomic as well as the enterocoelom. Okay, so if we talk about the hemichordata, so what type of true coelomate they are? They are the enterocoelomic, right? So these are the common features which we have done in all the phylums. Now here we will start with some more characteristics of the phylum Hemichordata. So here the first one is the habit and habitat, where they are found and where they love to live. Okay, कहाँ पे ये हमको ज़्यादा मिलते हैं. So if we talk about the habit and habitat of the Hemichordata, so we can say they are exclusively marine. It means that you can only and only see these animals in water, on a sea water. Okay, they cannot be present in fresh water. Right, it is. So here we can say they are the exclusively marine animal. And now if you will compare the habit and habitat which are exclusively marine in other phylum, for 1 to 9 phylum, हमने porifera से Echinodermata तक phylum complete कर लिए. So can you answer that in which phylum we are having that exclusively marine habitat? So from where? In case of Ctenophora, as well as we have done in case of Echinodermata. Okay, so these are the animals as well as here Hemichordata. So they are also exclusively marine animals. Okay, this can be the question in MCQ. And another thing, in sea also they lives in burrows. It means that they live in the sea part with the help of burrowing. burrow में रहते हैं ये और क्या करते हैं? With the help of their proboscis, they are digging the surface and live there. Okay, so we can say that they are exclusively marine and they refer to as they live in burrows. Okay, so now if we talk about the body form, how the body looks like. So if we'll talk about the body of the hemichordate, so here I have drawn this one of the example, that is Balanoglossus. So you can see here, you can what it is resembling. It is a worm-like animal. Okay, so first of all, first thing which we can say, the Balanoglossus is a worm-like animal, right? As well as they are soft bodies and they are cylindrical in structure. Structure is cylindrical and the body is unsegmented. It means that it is not having any segmentation, as we have done in earlier one. Now, if you will talk about the body is divided into different parts. Okay, so the first part which I have written here, proboscis. The body is divided into 3 parts. The first one is proboscis and the second one is collar and third one is the trunk. So this proboscis is what? Head region, then this collar, middle region, and this one the back region. So whenever we are talking about this anterior posterior, what is the meaning of anterior? For example, if we are human beings, our mouth is a anterior part. So here also mouth will be the anterior part. So proboscis is present in which end? In the anterior end, right? And if you will talk about the posterior end, the things which are going downwards, so what they are forming? They are forming the posterior one. For example, it is a marker. So this is the mouth and this is the anus, right? We know that if we will talk about the complete alimentary canal, so they are having two openings, one opening mouth and another opening anus. So this mouth part will represent the anterior end and this one will represent the posterior end, right? So same thing here, this is the anus part of Ballon-Glossus. So we can say this is the anterior part and the posterior part. So in anterior part they are having proboscis, and middle one this collar region, and the trunk region will be the posterior part. Clear this thing? Now already we have discussed that about the coelom. Coelom is what? Body cavity. True body cavity is present in case of hemichordata. So this is one eucoelomate, and eucoelomate there is specifically they are the enterocoelous, and this is the key feature of the higher animals. Okay. So here another one is a notochord. Whenever we are talking about the chordata, it means that some rod-like structure is present in the body. But if it will not be the if it will not be the chordates, what will happen? They are not having any notochord. So what they found that there is some notochord-like structure. What they found? They found that some notochord-like structure is present where? In the buccal cavity. Buccal cavity means mouth part. So in the mouth part, they observed that some structure is present, and earlier it was assumed that it is notochord. पहले हमने ये proboscis end है जो कि क्या head को, so here somehow some structure they found. So what they found, that this is a notochord, but later on they concluded that it is not notochord, instead of that it is stomochord. Okay, and this stomochord is forming from where? From the buccal cavity, or we can say these are the external appendages which is coming from the mouth. These are the appendages of the mouth, and which is known as stomochord. So stomochord is nothing, it is a notochord like structure which is present in the buccal cavity of the we can say hemichordata, right? So here if there will be no notochord, so we can say true notochord is absent in case of hemichordata, right? So here we have done about the body form also. Now as we are doing in all the phylums about the digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system, and excretion system, so here also we will discuss about these characteristics. So digestive system, as we are moving towards the higher organisms, as we are moving towards the higher animals, what we are observing that the alimentary canal is complete. What is the meaning of complete alimentary canal? It means that they having proper mouth as well as anus. ये होता है complete. So mouth भी हो, anus भी. So they are having the complete digestive system or complete gut system, right? Another thing, how they are feeding their food. If we talk about the food of this Ballon-Glossus, so how it will take nutrition, how it will take food. So it will take food with the help of filter feeders. Okay, in the mouth we can say that what is happening, water is entering inside the body और where it is living, जहाँ पे ये रह रहा है वहीं से क्या करेगा, पानी को लेगा. As in this water, so many things we can say, planktons, phytoplankton, zooplankton, protozoa, different things are present. So it will take that one and again remove the water. Okay, अभी इसने क्या किया, it has taken the mud, it has taken the water, and ultimately they have filtered their food. That's why we are saying they are the filter feeder, यानी कि अपने खाने को filter करके अंदर लेता है, and the rest of the things it will get out from the body, right? It is, so that's why we are saying it is a filter feed. The digestion is a filter feeder, as well as they are the ciliary feeders. Why? Because their body having cilia, and due to the ciliary movements, what will happen, the water will circulate in their body, इनके बॉडी में क्या है, सीलिया लगे हैं। अब जब वाटर कैसे मूव करेगा, इट विल मूव वेरी फास्ट विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस सीलिया. द सीलिया will help the water to move inside the body, and as they will enter inside the body, they will filter its food and takes inside the body. Okay, so this is the digestive system of hemichordata, or we can say balanoglossus. Now we will talk about the respiration. As it is aquatic one, so they are having some gill slits. What they are having? They are having gill slits in their pharyngeal region. So what will be the pharyngeal region? For example, if we talk about the human pharynx, so here they are having different pairs of gill slits here. So we can say they can take their respiration with the help of gill slits, right here. Now if we talk about the circulatory system, okay, about the circulatory system, they are open type. See what is happening, we are talking from porifera about this circulatory system, but we are not getting this open circulatory system. In which phylum we are getting this closed circulatory system? In case of Annelida. Okay, and in all the phylums what we are considering, there is a open circulatory system. हमें कहीं पर भी क्या नहीं दिख रहा है, closed circulatory system नहीं दिखा, क्योंकि closed circulatory system is a feature of the higher animals. Right, so in the previous one also, arthropoda, mollusca, all we are having what type of circulation system? Open type of circulation system. So here also in this one they are having open type of circulation system. अभी भी कैसा circulation system develop नहीं हुआ है यहाँ पे? Closed circulatory system, right? And the blood is colorless. Okay, the blood is colorless, and yes, very important, heart is placed where? Dorsally. It means that their heart is present where? In the dorsal part. For example, if I say this is the body of balanoglossus, so what will be the dorsal part? The upper part will be the dorsal and the lower part will be the ventral. So their heart is situated where? In the dorsal region, यानी कि ऊपर की तरफ इनका heart present रहता है. Now if you compare your heart, so where it is situated? It is situated ventrally, because our dorsal part is this one and our ventral part is our front part. Right, so our heart is present in our ventral position, but here in case of non-chordates and in case of hemichordata, we can say that heart is situated where? Dorsally. Right, now excretion, removal of waste from the body. So if we'll talk about how they are removing their waste from the body, they are having gland, that is proboscis gland. इनके पास कौन सा gland है excretion के लिए? Proboscis gland. So this proboscis gland will present where? In this proboscis. Okay, यहीं पर इनका क्या है? Excretion है. So whatever is wastage in their body, they will removed out from their body from here. Now another one is the reproduction. So how the reproduction takes place? Reproduction will be the sexual reproduction. It means that there is a need of both male as well as female one, and they are unisexual. It means that the sexes are present in the different animal. One will be the male as well as one will be the female. And how the fertilization will take place then? So if it is a male and this one is female, so male will release its sperms and female will release its egg. Okay, and there in water they will fertilize and they will form the larva here. Okay, so what type of fertilization takes place? External fertilization, because the fertilization is not happening inside the female body. It is happening outside the female body in water. So fertilization will be external. Okay, now how the development take place? As there is one larval stage, so we can say that directly it is not forming the new individual. Okay, so there is a larval stage in between, so we can say it is an indirect development. And important thing is that what is that larva in case of hemichordata? So what is that larva? Tornea larva is the feature of the hemichordata. Right, so we have done all the features, general features of the hemichordata. Now some examples are given here: balanoglossus and saccoglossus. So this balanoglossus is also known as the acorn worm as well as tongueworm. If you see the structure of this proboscis, it is somehow resembling with the acorn fruit. Okay, so they have given the name this acorn worm. and here the scientists found that the animal is resembling with the tongue of the ox, so they have given the name tongueworm. So these are some important things about the hemichordata, and here we have completed all the non-chordates. ओके हमने अभी तक जितने भी पढ़े एक सारे के सारे क्या थे, नॉन कॉर्डेट्स, एंड हेमिकॉर्डेटा इज द लिंक बिटवीन द नॉन कॉर्डेट्स एंड द कॉर्डेट्स. सो हियर in the next one we will start with the chordata, right? So 11th phylum which we are going to discuss here, that is phylum chordata. In previous to that we have discussed about the phylum hemichordata, which shows some characteristics like this one, but it is not having the true notochord. That's why we kept that phylum into the separate phylum, that was the hemichordata. So here if we talk about the phylum chordata, it means that this chorda, what is the meaning of this chorda? It means that rod-like, what it is, rod-like or the thick string, means that rod or thick string, and this eta is that group in which or they are having this rod-like structure. ऐसे members जिनके पास क्या होंगी, they are having thick rod-like structure is present, they are known as the chordata or the chordates. Clear it is? So here if we will talk about the general features of the chordata, they are the same thing, because we have started from the porifera and up to the echinodermata, and we have discussed that how the things are evolving and how they are getting advanced more and more. So in case of hemichordata, we have discussed about some of the general features like level of organization. It was the organ level of organization. So here in case of this chordata, they are also having organ system level of organization. If we will talk about the symmetry, they are also having bilateral symmetry. And the third thing, that is germinal layer, they are also the triploblastic, having 3 layers: ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. If you talk about the coelom, they are again coelomate or the true coelomate, right? And if you will talk about the body plan, they are also having complete body plan, that is complete digestive tract. Clear it is? So we are not discussing again. So here we will start with some of the fundamental characters. Okay, here we are talking about the fundamental characters of the chordata, which shows that yes, they are the chordates, they are having the characteristics of chordata and proper notochord. So for here we have given different points here. So first of all we will start with the notochord, because it is the important thing on the basis of which we are categorizing this phylum here. So here I have drawn this structure of the chordata. In this chordata, you can see that some of the structure, this is the embryonic part. Okay. So here you can see that there is one notochord. How it is looking? It is a solid structure. How it is looking? Solid structure, and which is rod-like. ये आपको कैसा दिख रहा है? एक rod की तरह solid structure. Okay. And the second thing which I have written, nerve cord. Nerve cord कैसी है यहाँ पे? Hollow. It is just like a tube. तो nerve cord कैसी होगी? Tube-like. And both of the things, both notochord as well as the nerve cord, is placed in which part? In the dorsal part. Okay, the upper part is the dorsal part and the lower one is the ventral part. So this notochord as well as this nerve cord, it is situated in the dorsal region of the body. Right it is? And here I have drawn mouth, and at the last I have drawn the anus. So what it is showing, it is representing that it is the anterior part and this one is the posterior part. Clear? So this is the anterior part and this is the posterior part of the body. So if you will see the notochord, how it is extending? It is extending from mouth to the anus. And it depends on, again we will classify this chordata on the fate, on the basis of the fate of the notochord. Okay, so this is the other thing, but here what we are showing, it is extending from anterior part to the posterior part of the body. Clear? So the first thing which we will discuss here, notochord. Same thing, it is dorsally placed. कहाँ पे दिख रही है आपको? Dorsal part में. And this is solid again. What it is? Solid. कैसी है? बिल्कुल भी hollow नहीं है. What it is? It is solid. So same thing I have written here, solid, and it is representing like rod like structure. And from where it is originated, as we are saying that they are the triploblastic. Okay, triploblastic, they are having ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. What is the role of these layers? They are forming some of the things of our body. So the ectodermal part will form the outer skin or the outer part of the body. Mesoderm will form the middle part of the body. Like in case of human beings, the organs are formed mesodermally, and the endoderm will form the gut system. Clear it is? So here, if we talk about the notochord, it is forming where? In the middle one. कहाँ पे notochord develop हो रही है? Middle में develop हो रही है. So from which layer it will form? It will form from mesodermal layer. So we can say that it is mesodermally originated. So now it is clear about the notochord. Notochord कैसी होती है? First of all, dorsally प्रेजेंट रहती है, सॉलिड होती है, रॉड लाइक होती है, और कैसे ओरिजिनेटेड होती है? मेसोडर्मली ओरिजिनेटेड, बिकॉज इट इज प्रेजेंट इन बिटवीन, राइट? नाउ and another thing, anterior to posterior end, and it is starting from the anterior and up to the posterior end of the body. That much is here. And we are talking about this notochord. हम इसी notochord की बात कर रहे हैं कि जो किसमें absent होती है? नॉन कॉर्डेट्स में, और कॉर्डेटा फाइलम में ये notochord बन जाती है, right? So here another one is a nerve cord. The central nervous system of the body is formed of this nerve cord. How it is forming in the body? In human beings, it is highly advanced. Okay, there will be more differentiation or more distinction, so it will be very clear. But here in case of chordata, okay, so we can say this nerve cord is present where? Again it is present dorsally. सबसे ऊपर आपको क्या दिख रही है? नर्व कॉर्ड दिख रही है ब्लू कलर की. सो दिस वन इज रिप्रेजेंटिंग द ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. कैसी है ये? ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, एंड इट इज हॉलो. इट इज नॉट सॉलिड एज वी हैव डन इन केस ऑफ नोटोकॉर्ड. नोटोकॉर्ड तो सॉलिड थी, लेकिन नर्व कॉर्ड कैसी होती है? इट इज हॉलो, राइट हियर. एंड इफ इट इज प्रेजेंटिंग आउटवर्डली, ठीक है, ये कहाँ पे हो रही है? सबसे ऊपर की लेयर में दिख रही है हमको, तो वी कैन से इट इज डिराइव्ड एक्टोडर्मली. ओके, कौन सी लेयर से डेवलप होगी? एक्टोडर्मली. सबसे ऊपर है एक्टोडर्म, मिडल वन नोटोकॉर्ड, डिराइव्ड मेसोडर्मली, राइट? सो वी हैव डन दिस फीचर ऑफ nerve cord and the paired pharyngeal gill slits. Okay, you can see here in this one, this is a chordata. So in this chordata you can see some gill slits are also present near the pharynx. That is known as pharyngeal gill slits. So this is also the feature of the chordata, that they are having many paired pharyngeal gill slits, and where they are placing, they are present in the lateral side of the pharynx. Okay, हमने बताया dorsal side, ventral side, and this part is the lateral side. So you can, the lateral side, you can see that the gill slits are present and in form of paired, right? And if it is present very lower one, अभी कहाँ हो रही है? सबसे अंदर की तरफ बन रही है, तो कहाँ से ओरिजिनेट होंगी लेयर्स की? एंडोडर्मली ओरिजिनेटेड. सो वी कैन से दे आर ओरिजिनेटेड एंडोडर्मली. एंड व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ दिस pharyngeal gill slits? It is helpful for the respiration. Okay, so here this gill slits are helpful for the respiration of the body of chordate, right? And notochord का function क्या होगा? It is providing some structure, okay, stiff structure to the body. And what is the function of this nerve cord? The function of nerve cord is that later on it will form the central nervous system. हेड की तरफ जो हमारे पास नर्व कॉर्ड होगी वो क्या बनाएगी? हेड रीजन. हेड रीजन्स में कुछ नर्व्स जाएंगी, इसी तरीके से एट द टेल रीजन. सो फ्रॉम एंटीरियर टू पोस्टीरियर देयर विल बी फॉर्मेशन ऑफ नर्वस सिस्टम व्हिच इज डन बाय द नर्व कॉर्ड, राइट हियर. Now another one is a post-anal tail. This feature is also important, which is present only in chordata. If we will talk about the non-chordates, आपने नॉन कॉर्डेट्स में देखा होगा, जो भी देयर विल बी नो सच पोस्ट एनल टेल. इट मीन्स दैट आफ्टर द एनस यू कैन नॉट सी एनी स्ट्रक्चर लाइक टेल. बट हियर इन दिस कॉर्डेट, इफ यू विल सी एनी एनिमल, Okay, any animal like cow, buffalo, so what, or horse, what you are observing, the tail is extending from the anus, यानी कि anus के पीछे के पास से tail start होगी. So this is the key feature of what, of the chordata. So this one is again solid, this one is the post anal tail. Okay, and from where it is arising, here anus is present, यहाँ पर एनस है, एनस के पीछे की तरफ क्या हो रही है, टेल डेवलप हो रही है. सो हम कह सकते हैं कैसी टेल है, पोस्ट एनल टेल, राइट. सो इट इज प्रेजेंट एट द पोस्टीरियर एंड ऑफ द बॉडी. ओके, एंड अलॉन्ग विद दिस सम मोर फीचर्स आर एडेड इन दिस chordata. These are the ventral heart. The heart is placed ventrally if you will compare with the previous phylum. Okay, in Hemichordata what we have discussed, that heart was placed dorsally, यानी कि heart ऊपर की तरफ था, but here you can see that heart is placed where, in the ventral side of the body, and the circulatory system will become the closed circulatory system from the phylum Chordata. And it may be start हुआ था, but after that in mollusca, echinodermata, all they are having the open circulatory system, and in Hemichordata also we have done open circulatory system. So here if we talk, it is a closed circulatory system, right. And the blood was colorless in the Hemichordata. If we talk here, the blood is red due to the pigment, and this hemoglobin is present where, in the RBCs. So these are the another feature which shows that these are the present only and only in the chordata. जब भी हम chordata की बात करेंगे, हमें we will talk about these 4 or 5 features on the basis of which we will distinguish them from the non-chordata. So for the same thing, I have made one table here which will show here that how the chordates are different from the non-chordates, and these are the characteristics which we have discussed here. The first one is notochord. If we will talk about the notochord, हम notochord किसमें present कह रहे हैं, only in chordata, तभी इनको हमने name, what we are given name, chordates, right. It is, so notochord कहाँ present रहती है, only and only in the chordates, and it is absent in case of non-chordates, right. It is again the nerve cord. If we will talk about the nerve cord or the nerves in case of chordates, so how it is, nerve cord कैसी है यहाँ पे, it is single, कैसी है, single, and it is placed dorsally placed है, and it is hollow. You can see that nerve cord कैसी है, hollow, and these are non-ganglionated. What is the meaning of non-ganglionated? That there is no proper nervous system like this. In case of cockroach we have done, there is a ladder-like system. There is a ladder-like system, and they are having different ganglions here, which is joining these two parts. Okay, so यहाँ पे कैसी थी, double थी. In case of cockroach, which comes under the arthropoda, they are having what type of nerves, or the notochord, or the nerve cord, it is double one, and here it is single one, as well as it is non-ganglionated. आपको यहाँ पे कोई भी ganglions present नहीं है, right. Now if we compare with the non-chordates, same thing. Yes, it is single, but if we talk about the cockroach, you can see there that they are having double nerve cord, as well as this one is present ventrally. अब हमने यहाँ पे chordate से केस हम क्या कह रहे हैं कि nerve cord कैसी placed है, dorsally placed है, but here in case of non-chordates, this nerve cord is present ventrally, यानी कि ventral की तरफ, यानी कि नीचे की तरफ cockroach के हमने ये nerve cord देखी थी. So we can say it is ventral in position. Now if we will talk about hollow here, so it is solid. यहाँ पे कैसी है, solid nerve cord है, एक nerve cord ये भी solid है, और ये nerve cord ये भी solid है. Okay, no hollowness is there, as well as they are ganglionated. It means they are connected with these two nerves, which is double one, and they are connected with the help of ganglias, right. So this is the comparison which we have to understand. Again, the pharyngeal gill slits. In hemichordates we have done that some gill slits are present, but if we talk from the porifera up to the echinodermata, we have not seen any pharyngeal gill slits there. Okay, so we can say that this gills, that's why we said that hemichordata is a connecting link. Why? Because some of the characters, so here the most of the pharyngeal gill slits are only and only present in case of chordata, but in case of non-chordata it is absent, right? Now heart, already we have done that heart is situated in a ventral side in case of chordates, right? As it is present in human beings. हमारे केस में भी क्या है, heart ventrally ही located है. And as we are moving from this non-chordata to chordata, we are advancing the characters, right? And in the previous one, on the non-chordates, we have done that heart is situated dorsal, यानी कि body के ऊपर की तरफ, right? So this is heart is situated dorsally in case of non-chordates, and in case of chordates it is ventrally located. Now about the post-anal tail, you have seen this post-anal tail only from the chordata. जितने भी chordata में है उन्हीं में आप किसका देखेंगे, tail. कैसी tail होगी, जो anus के पीछे तक extend करेगी. But there is no such post-anal tail in case of non-chordates. इसके पास कोई भी ऐसी tail नहीं है जो anus के बाद तक extend करे. Okay, so anus is that last position in case of non-chordates, but here it can extend and it can make the tail, that is the post-anal tail, right? So here we have completed all these phylums. Now again we will study about the classification of chordata. Again we have classified this chordata into 3 subphylum, okay, on the basis of their notochord. On the basis of their fate of notochord, we have divided them. So in the next session, we will start with the classification of phylum chordata, right? So that's all for today. Thank you.